Hello and welcome to week 3 of September's Coffee and Card. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, as you all know. And this month's Coffee and Card is the Gnomes set, the Kindest Gnomes, from the new January catalogue, Christmas catalogue, I used to call it. And today we're making a faux stepper card. It's one of my favourite fun folds, really easy to do. So I've cut everything out for you, and if you haven't got the kit and want to make it along, basically you start with a normal A6 card base, so that's 14.85 by 21, and you score it at 8, 16, 18, and that will give you your fold. And then this piece is not in inches, so this one is 10 centimeters wide, it's 14.85 high and scored at 10.5 centimeters so that it fits in your normal envelope. Okay, so if that was too quick, you can always replay it. Okay, I don't usually put these cards on my blog, maybe I should. So I'm going to start with the die cutting. So you've all got different mushrooms and dwarves that come out of the designer series paper, and I've got my gnome out, and I've forgotten to get my mushroom out. Okay, so these also cut the stamps as well as the designer series paper, so they're really quite useful to have. And I've just got my little, I've just got a couple of things to die cut. I'm going to do them on camera rather than pausing and going, oh, sorry about all the shadows. I'm actually filming in the afternoon, which I don't normally, so I've got loads of sun on my desk, so I've had to close the curtains, which again I don't like doing. So, right, I tend to line things up on the other side so you can see them better. So I've put my base plate and my bottom plate in there, just popping on my gnome. So I've gone for a little girl this time. So, and I think I've got the wrong die out. I have. There's my die. So it needs to be a little bit taller. There she is. So you will have to sort of fiddle about and find which die, which gnome you've got to cut out. Okay, that's a bit, she's a bit taller than the gnome I've actually got on the original card. And then I'm just going to whiz that through my little die cutting machine. There we go. And then I'll do the same with the mushroom. All the dies in this set go through on this machine. I mean, this is the biggest die, so it comfortably fits. So I do like my little cut and emboss. And my friend, the mini boss, that's what she calls this. She's got a mini boss and a maxi boss. Right, okay, so there we go. So they're beautifully cut out. So, and this just folds up and goes on my shelf. It's really useful if you've got lots of little things to cut out, so you're not constantly going all the way with the big one and all the way back again. You do them really quickly with this one, with the mini die cutter. Right, pop those away. So you've got your mushroom and your gnome. Not put the other one away. And then I've got loads and loads of little pieces. So we've got the sentiment pieces, and then I've got a piece to go on your envelope. So this is the longest piece of designer series paper, so just pop that to one side. Then I've got your background with your mountains, which again is from this designer series paper, or you could do this, oh, I think that with the probably a bit too blue, isn't it? That I think we will stick with that side. Not like in card one where I turned everything over. You've got a piece of basic white to go on the inside and then 2 pieces of designer series paper to go on the card itself. So it would fit in the box, in the bag. I've already done one fold for you, so we just need to fold this one back. And using my bone folder. There we go. Just going to fold that down. And I haven't bone folded these, I have just, so I've not, what's the word I'm looking for? Burnished. There we go. Okay, and then we're just going to burnish this fold here. So, and as you can see on this one, I've put all the designer series on paper first and then built the card. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll start in the middle with this piece. So this piece is the way you're going to write, and you can add an extra sentiment if you want. Now I've done this because it is coffee and card, and I like to use as much of the stamp set as I can. I've used this as a gnome, you gnome me so well. If you've got a tiny little Merry Christmas, if you want to stick to just Merry Christmas cards, then you can, if you have one in your stash, dig that out and use it instead if you so wish. I think this would be a nice thank you card for something who's given you a well thought out gift. So that's on the inside, and then we move to the outside of the card. So, and this bit is going on here. Again, lovely little gnomes on the other side. As soon as the catalogue came out, this lot was in my basket. As a demonstrator, you can order a month early, so it gives you that extra time to get things prepared to show you what beautiful things are in the catalogue. Okay, and then the little strip is going on this bit here. So. There we go. Just going to pop that. There. Okay, so that's the main part of the card finished, and then we're going to go to this bit. So I'm getting my background, and as I say, I think I'm sticking to the mountains rather than the starry sky, but it's up to you. It's beautiful. Pacific Point, we've not had Pacific Point. Oh my, well, saying that, no, they do tend to put it actually in Christmas kits or Christmas designer series paper, because it is a nice Christmas, it's a really nice bright blue. It's Pacific Point. It was in the Snowflakes designer series paper last year that we all loved. So, and I'm going to get my little tiny weeny square. As I say, you've all got this. It's the smallest square from the Stylish Shapes set. And if you've got a little Merry Christmas that you want to use instead, then do so. But I'm going to stick with You Know Me So Well. And I'm going to use, what do you think? I think that's nice and navy. But there's Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Balmy Blue. So many colours that go with this set. Hopefully that's right. Yay, there we go. So, just going to pop that to one side. It's really humid at the moment, so I want to make sure it's really dry. The ink, I made a card on Saturday at team training and managed to smudge the ink because it hadn't dried. And we think it was because it was just so humid. So So we'll pop that to one side and finish the envelope while we're waiting. So just standard Stampin' Up envelope, and I'm just going to put glue all the way around the edge of the flap. There we go. And then just stick that on there. There we go. So turn it over, make sure we're right up to the edge. We are, yeah, we are. There we go. Leave that to dry, and then you can trim it once it's dry. So we'll come back over here. So, and work out your design. So I think I'm going to actually put it a little bit more over there, then I've got more white space showing here. And the mushroom goes on flat, the sentiment and the gnome goes on with a dimensional. And surprisingly, I've got them out. Right, so there we go. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue in the middle. Glue these together. So you want the back square straight and the front square as a diamond. And just wiggle it round so that all four triangles are all the same. Still wiggling. Yep. There we go. So the gnome needs quite a few dimensionals because she's only designer series paper, so she's quite thin. The alternative is you can actually just die cut a basic white or perhaps even a balmy blue gnome out of playing card and just stick it to it. And that'll give it, if you're going to post it or anything, that's probably wise. And that'll give our gnome a little bit more substance. Okay, so I think I'm going to stay with the same design, so I'm just popping my gnome there. And then pop a couple of dimensionals on the sentiment. I've lost my little pot that I normally put my mess in. You know me so well. In front of the little skewish mushroom. I think I've got that a little bit off kilter, but then, you know, it's a gnome home. It's not going to be straight. Right, so trim this. Now it's dry. How beautiful is that? I do like a dressed envelope. So, and then we're going to pop this on. So the first thing we're going to do is glue it to the card at the front, and I want it roughly in the middle. So what I'm going to do is position it in the middle. I'm going to put some glue on here. There. And then some glue on the bottom of the flap here. Okay, and then that literally goes on the bottom there. So it's in the middle, and I'm just pressing it down. It's more or less in the middle. I think I've just gone a little bit that way. Let's just see if it'll move. Nope, pressed too hard too soon, but it's fine. as we say, handmade, not factory made in China. And then what we're going to do on this bit is, so the card's completely folded up now. Okay, and we're going to glue that bit there. And again, so that you've got glue on the whole width of this, but you've not no extra glue. I put glue on that edge, which is on the edge of the card, and then glue on this edge. And then when you flip it over, it's like doubly glued, because with any sort of fancy fold, fancy bits on card, they do need to be glued down well, because people do open and shut them all the time to see how they work. Okay, so I'm pretty happy that will have stuck. So there we go. So 2 little fancy fold cards for you. I hope you've enjoyed making these. I do like these, they're really cute, and it's much easier than trying to do cuts inside card and things. You use more card, but you know what, who cares? It's only card. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed this, and I shall see you all next week. Take care. Bye.